In a forgotten corner of the world, there was a small, fog-shrouded town called Eldritch. It was a place steeped in mystery, where tales of black magic and curses echoed through time. Among the most notorious legends was that of Elara, a powerful witch who had lived centuries ago. Elara was known for her extraordinary abilities, able to bend fate to her will. However, fear often breeds envy, and the townsfolk, suspicious of her powers, turned against her. Accused of cursing a child, she was captured and executed, her spirit said to linger, seeking revenge against those who wronged her. Years later, a curious young woman named Amy, intrigued by the tale, shared it with her friends, Jack and Lucy. They gathered in Amy's dimly lit living room, and Jack, ever the skeptic, laughed off the legend, daring them to prove it wrong. "Let's summon her spirit," he suggested, an impish grin on his face. Lucy hesitated, but the thrill of adventure pulled her in, and soon they found themselves in the very woods where Elara had met her fate. As night fell, they set up a makeshift ritual, lighting candles and reciting Elara's name 3 times. The air turned cold, and the wind howled. Shadows danced around them, and for a moment, they thought they heard a voice whispering their names. The next day, strange occurrences began. Jack's belongings vanished. Lucy heard whispers in her room, and a pervasive feeling of dread settled over them. Amy brushed it off, attributing it to nerves, but Jack was undeterred, convinced they had awakened something powerful. Searching the library, Jack found an old book filled with Elara's spells. Ignoring the warnings, he read an incantation aloud, thinking it would grant them strength. As the words left his lips, the air crackled with energy. The candles flickered violently, and suddenly, the mirror they had brought shattered, revealing Elara's furious face within the shards. "You have disturbed my rest," she bellowed, her voice echoing through the trees. The friends screamed, engulfed in darkness as shadows swirled around them. Fear consumed them as each friend experienced their own personal hauntings. Jack saw visions of Elara, her eyes glowing with anger, while Lucy felt cold hands brushing against her skin in the night. The curse weighed heavily on them, and they realized they needed to confront Elara and the darkness they had unleashed. Gathering their courage, they returned to the woods. They lit the candles once more and stood in a circle, holding hands. They chanted a banishment spell, their voices trembling but united. "By the light of truth, we cast you away," they shouted, their fear transforming into determination. Elara materialized before them, her form flickering as the shadows danced violently. "You cannot escape your fate," she roared, but something in their chant began to penetrate her fury. With desperation, they pushed through their fear. "Face your own darkness, Elara," Amy cried. "You are not just a curse." Elara hesitated, confusion crossing her face. The friends looked at one another, realizing they had to show compassion to break the curse. "We forgive you," Lucy whispered. "Let go of your anger." As their words hung in the air, the shadows began to dissipate, and Elara's fierce expression softened. "Long have I been trapped in this pain," she murmured. In that moment, the darkness lifted, and with a final gust of wind, Elara vanished, leaving behind a sense of calm that washed over the woods. The friends stood in silence, relieved yet profoundly changed. As dawn broke over Eldritch, they knew the legend of Elara was more than just a story. It was a reminder that even the darkest magic could be transformed by understanding and forgiveness.